Welcome to Howard's Opinion, the podcast where we dive into the latest and greatest in the world of sports. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you, and we're going to kick it off with some exciting news from the college basketball scene. The North Carolina Tar Heels are off to a strong start this season, and they just keep on rolling. On Tuesday night, they took down Radford 89-74 in a non-conference matchup that saw some impressive performances from the Tar Heels players. Luka Bogovac was a standout, scoring a team-high 19 points on 7 of 18 shooting, including 3 made three-pointers. Caleb Wilson also had a big game, recording his third double-double in as many games with 13 points and 14 rebounds. But what's really interesting about this Tar Heels team is the way they're coming together. With 4 new starters, you might expect some growing pains, but they're playing like a well-oiled machine. The ball movement and chemistry on the court are looking great, and they're doing a fantastic job of finding each other and creating scoring opportunities. Of course, there are still some areas where the Tar Heels need to improve. Their perimeter shooting was a bit of a concern against Radford, with the team making just 25.8% of their three-point attempts. But overall, it's hard not to be impressed with what we're seeing from this team so far. We'll be keeping a close eye on the Tar Heels as the season progresses, and we're excited to see how they stack up against some of the tougher competition in the ACC. For now, though, they're looking like a team to beat. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're diving into a fascinating story that's been making waves in the sports world. You might have heard about Travis Hunter, the young athlete who's been attempting to revolutionize the game by playing both offense and defense at an elite level. The Jacksonville Jaguars had big plans for him, envisioning a chess piece that could move in all directions, keeping opposing teams guessing. Now, those plans have hit a roadblock. Hunter suffered a non-contact knee injury, specifically an LCL tear, which has ended his season. This is not just a setback for the player, but also for the team's ambitious experiment. The question on everyone's mind is, what does this mean for the future of Hunter's two-way career? The Jaguars' general manager, James Gladstone, had anticipated that there would be moments of success and failure, but perhaps not to this extent. With Hunter out for the season, the team will have to reassess their strategy and figure out how to move forward without their key player. Meanwhile, Hunter himself will have to focus on rehabbing and preparing for next season. It's worth noting that while LCL tears can be serious, many players have made successful comebacks. Kansas City Chiefs wideout Rashee Rice is a prime example, having suffered a similar injury last season and now thriving on the field. However, Hunter's situation is unique due to his unprecedented usage in college and his aspirations to become a two-way starter. As we move forward, it'll be interesting to see how the Jaguars adapt and whether Hunter can bounce back from this setback. The clock is ticking, and the sports world will be watching closely to see if this young athlete can overcome the odds and achieve his goals. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. As we wrap up today's show, let's dive into the world of college football and the latest rankings that have fans buzzing. The committee has spoken, and it seems like the Big Ten is poised to be a 3-bid conference, with Oregon and USC fighting for that final at-large spot. But what about the Big 12? Can they manage to sneak in 2 teams, or will it be a one-and-done scenario? Texas Tech's big win over BYU has them moving up the ranks, but they'll need to keep winning if they want to make a serious push for the playoffs. And then there's the Group of 5, where USF has emerged as the frontrunner for the automatic bid. But don't count out North Texas just yet. They could still make some noise and steal that spot if they win out and take down the Bulls in a rematch. It's going to be an exciting few weeks as these teams battle it out for a chance at the top prize. As we look ahead to the rest of the season, one thing is clear: every game matters. A single loss could be the difference between making the playoffs and watching from home. And with rivalries heating up and conference championships on the line, the stakes have never been higher. So, who will rise to the top and claim their spot in the college football playoff? Only time will tell. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep your head in the game.